Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Freelancers Tea Break, a short and sweet podcast you can enjoy whilst you're making a cuppa. This week, I want to share two really good pitches I've had over the last month or so that have actually been really effective. Now, I get a lot, one of the things about having coach in your name on LinkedIn or Instagram or anything like that means you just get spammed constantly by people who are offering six-figure nonsense and 100 leads a day and all these kind of things. So I get a lot of spam, basically. So when a really good pitch comes in, I take notice, and it takes a lot to stand out. And there's two I wanted to mention, and both of them are really relaxed. They're not massive, big, formal pitches. They were just friendly messages that worked. And I want to share that because I want you to feel like pitching doesn't have to be this big, scary ordeal. So the first one, just to give you a bit of a background, if you have listened to recent episodes about the whole decision of creating an alternative to Facebook for my community, you'll know that I went for Discord in the end. I'm very, very happy with that decision. It is a lovely community over there. There is, I think, we're coming up to 100 people in there now. It's a really lovely, warm community, and it's really nice to see everyone interacting and having body doubling and all sorts of different things in there. Anyway, this came back because I put in the Facebook group what kind of options I was looking at. And I had put Discord on the list, but I hadn't really seriously considered it because my main experience was setting one up for my son to play with his friends. And I kind of had it as boy gamer kind of in my head. But Kiri sent me a message after voting in the poll, and I'll read out what she said. It's very simple. Hi, Emma. I just saw and voted on your post in the Freelance Lifestylers. If you were looking to move to Discord, I specialise in Discord server builds, admin moderation training, and basic one-to-one training for new users, and I also offer moderation services. So if there's a platform that's a possibility, I'd be happy to help set up, etc. Short, to the point, relevant because I've been talking about it, but it wasn't pushy. There was no let's jump on a call or anything. It was just, if you're interested, I do these things. And I didn't immediately go back. I think I immediately responded and said I was considering it. But actually, funnily enough, Joe Shock, who I work with, then also recommended Kiri as well. And the more I explored Discord, the more it seemed like a really great option. So that led to me booking in, I think we've done 3 power hours now. And all just from one short message that was relevant, that was based on what was already happening, but it wasn't pushy. It was really friendly. So I thought I'd share that because that probably took like 1 or 2 minutes to write out and then led to 3 hours of work and probably more in the future because I'm constantly trying to work out what's happening and things that we can tweak with it. And there's so much opportunity on there. So that was the first one. So that was a really great one. Very simple, just a follow-up. The second one was a lady on LinkedIn called Katie. Well, she's called Katie the Caravan Mum on there. And we connected, I think it was through comment or something like that. And then we sort of friend requested. And she sent me a video that was just her chatting outside her caravan. That's kind of part of her whole brand. Just a general welcome message. I mean, it's 55 seconds long. It was very like informal and relaxed. Like at one point a bee came into the video and she went, "Oh, bee." And I kind of love that she kept that in and that it was real, and life is a bit messy sometimes and sometimes things come in that we don't expect. And I like that. So she recorded that video and then followed up afterwards with a PS that was more relevant to what I was doing. So the video itself was one that she sends to everybody, but the PS that she followed up with was more relevant to me. So I think it's PS, fellow neurodivergent over here, so great to meet like minds. So I then ended up sending a voice message because it was a video that made me feel more comfortable doing a voice message. And we had a really great chat. And she's actually an expert in LinkedIn, and I thought it was a really good example of standing out. Now, I know video can be quite polarizing. Some people were like, "Oh, no, I don't like it." But for me, I felt like I got to know her much more through that video. And I was like, yeah, she's my kind of people. then maybe a message might do. And I see so many of the kind of small talk messages that come through and things like they don't really vibe. Whereas the video instantly created that kind of know, like, and trust factor. So it worked, and we've chatted, and I'm following her LinkedIn stuff now, and I'm sure there'll be some interesting stuff there. But I just thought I'd share it because it was great to see something different. I get so many, when people connect on LinkedIn, we get so many kind of automated messages. And although this was a video that could be sent to everybody, it was still relaxed and informal. And then following up with the PS being more relevant was really smart. I really like that approach. So that's not to say you have to do any of these sorts of things, but I just want to make it clear that pitching doesn't need to be a big scary email or like a PowerPoint or anything like that. Sometimes pitching is as simple as just dropping someone a message and say, "Oh, I saw you interested in this. Just in case you are interested, I do that. I can help you with that." And you don't have to be pushy that like, let's jump on a call or any of that, because with both these people, I was the one that then said, "Oh, I'd love to chat." If you pique someone's interest enough, they'll be interested in booking the chat without being pushed into it. So yeah, I thought I would share that. If you had a great pitch, I would love to hear about it. Or if you found something that really works, that isn't spammy, then I would also love to hear about that. Come join us either in the Facebook group, the Freelance Lifestylers, or the Discord. That is also the Freelance Lifestylers. You'll find the links to both in the show notes. You can be in both. It's absolutely fine. I just wanted to give people the opportunity to choose depending on what their preferences are. And Discord in particular, I wanted it to be a really safe space, and Kiri's been brilliant at helping me create that. We've had to put some things in place to stop some spammers and stuff like that getting in. So we're really working on creating a really safe space there. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. I will speak to you next week. Have a wonderful freelance week.